All right, now explain the comedy career. What led to the comedy career, and then how did it transpire? I'm sorry, to MTV's Wild 'N Out.
Okay, 2008, I was a manager at Wal-Greens pharmacy. Had my own store. I was working, doing my thing, and I got a phone call for one of my good friends from college. His name is Jeremy Burpee. Jeremy Alsop, actually, but his stage name is Burpee. And he gave me a phone call. You know, black people always got to do stuff together. Like, you don't never do anything by yourself. If you do it, bro, I do it. That's just how we roll. If your mama asks you if your best friend jump, what you gonna do? Well, mama, I'ma jump. And he gave me a call, man. He was like, I want to take these classes. I want to do stand-up. And I was like, man, I've always been funny, but I've never, coming from a small town, I've never thought that I could really make a career out of it. I just, small, big-time stories like that just don't happen to people like me. And, man, we went to an open mic in Greensboro. I think it was August 2008. And we promoted it like it was our hour stand-up special. Like, I'm talking about people drove from like Fayetteville for 4 minutes at an open mic. And I worked on the set all week. I was talking about Facebook and came on stage with a lot of energy. And I got that first itch, that first bug, that first bite. And it's been addicting ever since. And then started doing comedy as a group with Burpee, B-Dot also from my Freestyle Funny comedy show, Chico Bean as well, Osama Bin Draken, and our producer 50. And we started doing hometown shows for the home team, like Greensboro, North Carolina. We started doing Charlotte a little bit, Raleigh a little bit. And we ended up becoming like kind of a big name in our state where we all live, North Carolina, where we're from. And Chico Bean got on Wild 'N Out, I want to say 2012, 13, the first season it came back. And that's been my comedy partner and brother like this whole process when we started this. And he got on there, did his thing, made a major impact. I think he got 10 episodes his first season. He wasn't supposed to get anything but 3. And he got 10. He became an impact. B-Dot tried out the next season. He came on and made a major impact. I think he got like 5 episodes his first season. And then came my opportunity. And man, this story is crazy. Charlotte, North Carolina, me and Chico Bean drove from Charlotte, North Carolina to Manhattan, New York, one night for a 15-minute audition. We left 10 o'clock and we drove all the way to DC, passed that up my homegirl crib, took a little nap, got back on the road. My nerves were so crazy for the interview. I went in and killed the audition, killed the interview, everything went crazy. And even though I still got accepted, like to join the cast, I still had stipulations on my contract. People don't know this, but when I joined Wild 'N Out, I was joined as a local hire. So I had to fly my way to New York. I stayed in B-Dot's room. We was 2 to a bed, and I was promised nothing but rehearsals. That's it. It was like, we're just gonna give you rehearsals. It's 3 of y'all from the same state, from the same team. What can you honestly bring? Like, we'll give you a chance. We'll see what you got. And brother, I ended up shooting 7 episodes. I shot an episode every day. And my first year, I got a stand-up special. So that was my journey. That was the 4 minutes in Greensboro, North Carolina, to driving and being by my side the whole process all the way to the end. And it's been great, man. That's how it happened. I ain't looked back since. I can't look back because they ain't give me a chance to. It was like either put up or shut up. I literally had to stay in Dot's room. And, big up to Dot for allowing me to stay, because it was his second season. He deserved his own room. That's the plus when you become a cast member. You get your own room, they pay for it and everything. But, my brothers had my back, and I went in there. I made an impact on the first day, and I filmed every day except for the last day. Every day. And I think the only reason I didn't film the last day because, they had people who signed and people have to get certain episodes. But yeah, man, it was a major impact. And I think this year I'll become a prominent cast member on the TV show.
So this is your second season?
This is my second season, yeah.
Now, what can people expect from you personally on this season number 8?
A lot of energy, man. I'm a big guy that can dance, that can move, plays to the crowd, know all the latest dance moves, know what get the ladies going, and that's pretty much me. Just a big ball of energy, man. You're gonna have a good time. Anytime I hit that stage, you're gonna laugh and you're gonna feel my energy from up there.
And what about as far as season 8 as a whole? What can we expect from Wild 'N Out?
Season 8.
They've changed from MTV2 to MTV this
yeah,
season,
yeah. It was the #1 show on both networks, I believe, when it was on MTV2. So the expectations is crazy. This season, man.
The one with Tiger just happened.
Yeah. We just
that was last week.
Yeah, we just did Tiger, which was crazy. I think that took off, and Tiger was real cool about it. You know, he let us talk about everything he got going on. You know, God knows that boy got some shit going on. But Jay Leno came on the set and did a segment. Erykah Badu, I actually touched her butt real, like, just to use bottom two fingers though. Like, I ain't grip it, but when I hugged her, I just slightly just kind of brisk it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I never forget that. 2 Chainz, Trevor Jackson, Timberland. Timberland was there. Iggy Azalea, Travis Scott, Waka Flocka. It was huge, man. It was in LA, so everybody lives there. So people just stopped by. We had Russell Simmons come by for an episode to watch. Lou Nell came by and watched. Chris Paul, Lance Stevenson came by on just showing love. And it was really starstruck this season. It really was.
So some celebrities and some comics come to the show but don't partake in the show. They just watch.
Yeah, some people really just come and watch. And then Nick recognizes them from the stage. They get a little quick shout out. And it was LA was different from New York, man. It was real crazy in LA. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think was better, the LA feel and the LA presence, or
I think the access in LA, all the celebrities and people who live there just worked out better as far as like getting cast members for the show. I mean, getting celebrity guests for the show. Now the energy in New York are fans. New York is, you know, LA people are fans too, but LA is very, you know, it's real bougie, it's real plastic, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. But New York is just real raw. They come to laugh. They stand outside. You know, we film in February. It's freezing. You know, you got people who standing outside in 17-degree weather, and every show is still packed out. That means you really came to enjoy yourself. And I think that's the only difference. But I mean, it was crazy. Both seasons I've been a part of have been amazing.
Now, you mentioned ladies a lot.
Right.
And what do the people in your crew call you? The ladies man or something like that?
I'm sex symbol, man.
The sex symbol, okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk about ladies, for example. For instance, now the ladies, the Wild 'N Out ladies seem to be a different crop this season than ladies in other past seasons.
Right.
It seems like a very different crop. Did you have any dealings with the choosing of some of these ladies?
Man, I know all them. No, I'm just playing. I'm cool with them, man. They,
How did these ladies get picked? Are you part of the cast, like the cast director of this?
I wish I was. I mean, you know, everything we do is a marketing gimmick. You know, they had us post like, if you want to audition for Wild 'N Out girls, hit us up. And every dude used that for their personal benefits. You know, so like we really can't get y'all a Wild 'N Out job. But I think Nick has a specific department, a couple of females he trusts to go get, you know, the best ladies, the best quality, and they always, you know, they pretty much enhance the show. You know, they got millions of followers as well. You know, they're very attractive, and they do their thing. The Wild 'N Out girls, they look cute. We like to watch. We like to, peek a little bit.
Any of them ever distract you?
Yes, all the chocolate ones. I love chocolate's my thing. So there's a couple of ones I'll be in the middle of, rocking with the boys. I ask a few questions. But the difference between us, man, like, especially me and Bean and kind of Carlos, and we're like some of the older cast members, like, we really focus on this career thing. So we really don't, I went to a HBCU, man. I graduated from A&T. From North Carolina, I done had pussy for days. So, I mean, we're not fresh new, You couldn't put the same kind of dude as 25 in our shoes and put all that kind of woman behind him. He wouldn't get no work done. I mean, because, you got to go through a little couple life experience to kind of ignore them, because that's how fine they are, though. Like, that's how fucking fine they are.
Now, who would you say is your Wild 'N Out bestie? Who are you the closest with on Wild 'N Out?
Of course, Bean. That's my brother. We're inseparable. I really click with Hitman. Hitman Hollow's my dude, man. Like, that's my guy. Of course, Carlos. I remember we did a show at Wisconsin State, I want to say 2012, 2013, and I didn't know who Carlos Miller was, but he came and he performed, and watching him do stand-up was like, I got to step my shit up. You know what I'm saying? So we've always had a relationship. But as far as like the entire cast, everybody gets along. Everybody wants to help each other's careers. Everybody, knows their role or learning their roles. But yeah, man, Khan, my dude. I love Emmanuel. Me and Emmanuel, we both got dreads. We both can dance. So we got that bond. Me and Doughboy, we the big boys. You know what I'm saying? We have our battles. Doughboy, he can't just outshine me on the bigness. But other than that, man, everybody's pretty good. But Bean and Hitman, of course, B-Dot, we're from the same comedy team. And yeah, man, Nick's cool. That's the greatest boss I ever had. You know, gave me an opportunity. You know, I know personally he's said great things about me this season. I know he's the reason why I got a total of 12 episodes. I know Nick is responsible for at least about 3 or 4 of those. He was like, put Big Baby in there. You know, we need his energy. So, you know, big kudos to the boss, you know, what he do.
Now, in regards to Nick Cannon, what is the biggest advice he's given you, or the most important thing you learned being around him?
Honestly, man, Nick just always tell me to be ready. You know, I think I'm sort of like a wild card on the cast. Like, you know, if we need somebody to show out, Big Baby's going to do it. And because of what I bring to the stage and how they can depend on me, they know I'm not going to fail when I go out there. I was able to get an episode on the Wild 'N Out tour as well. I performed at Queens College, 3,000 people. I opened the show, and I opened it with a standing ovation. So, you know, I came, I delivered, I brought that thing, and that's pretty much what he always tell me. You know, Big Baby, be ready. You know, we're gonna call you, be ready, and that's kind of how I play it.